So I joined Riz since 5 years ago, and honestly, after the first year, I really started seeing outcomes. And before I started the program, my training program was pretty much strength and cardio and everything. But I think that now I do see a lot more outcomes. Well, when I was training by myself, honestly, it was quite hard to see progress. I was actually very consistent, right? Having the discipline that I will always carried as a kid. But somehow I really struggled to see any outcomes. But I met Riz pretty much in my previous gym. What I noticed is that relative to Riz's clients, their progress in terms of visible outcomes, I felt that when it came to physical outcomes, as well as strength, I noticed that Riz's clients actually progressed a lot more in the same time span as I did. And I think that was the key thing that made me decide that maybe it was time to move to Riz. I think the first few months I started seeing outcomes. Actually, in the first year itself, for the first time, I saw my body really changing, like the six packs and everything. With the sustainable dieting and workouts that I've been doing, I really started to see physical outcomes, which was my goal at that point in time, right? And honestly, it was very satisfying. And in fact, it didn't feel like I was in the journey alone. Riz was actually there to kind of check and balance on everything, right? And it's not just about my physical and my diet. He also pretty much monitored how I was emotionally, because with my job as well, it's not easy, right? There's a lot of stress involved. So as people who are in consulting, you would know that it's actually really a struggle to manage the intensity of the job, the stress, the workouts, and of course, the outcomes that you would want, right? But really, Riz was in the journey with me in the scenario where I kind of felt like stress was kind of taking a toll on me. He knew how to calibrate my diet and my workouts to pretty much align to that check and balance so I can continue to sustain where I needed to go within the 6 to 1 year time frame to get to where I needed to get to, right? So that was really brilliant. And this is why 5 years in, I am still here. I am still training with Riz because it just works. I would 100% recommend joining Riz. Fitness and with workout, it is a journey, and it's not something where you would see yourself getting anywhere if it's just a heat of the moment, like 1-2 months or whatsoever, right? And it needs to be something that basically is sustainable and works out for you, right? You basically need a trainer that has that, in a way, analytical capability to really spend time to really understand you and what you need with your lifestyle, your job, your diet, your body, and all other things, right? And it's very rare to find someone like that. And I think Riz is someone that really does take that effort and spend that time to actually do that, right? If you are really serious about getting somewhere, Riz is your person.